Hi there. In this session, we are going to create this model, what we are seeing on this side. So first of all, go to new and then it's a part design. So choose part design in a solid one. Then turn it off default. As you can see, the units, whatever we are having, it's in mm. So we will choose that as the unit. So once you give a particular name for it, then choose the particular template what we needed. So we are going to use millimeter Newton second. Then click OK. So once it is opens up, as you can see the structure or the model what we are having here, it is basically a revolve kind of shape. We have to create it. We are going to do this sketch in this triangle portion, and this portion what you are having here, that is going to come only on these two sides only. This triangle like a stiffener or support kind of thing, so that it is taking place at 4 places. So we have to do it later. So what we are going to do, we are going to just create this shape, and then with respect to the center axis, we are going to make a revolve. So for that, choose a particular plane. Let us go for front here and then click on sketch option. So once it is came normal, then create your construction line. Click over here and keep it on the origin, horizontal and vertical. Then start creating your sketches. So taking this as the center, so let me make the shape. So before going on and giving all the or creating all the shape, let me give a dimension for this one. As you can notice, this is diameter 45. Let me zoom in a little so that you can see properly. With respect to center, when you are giving, so we have to mention half of it, so 45 by 2. Like the similar way, one by one you can mention your height. So you can see this is 32, 3 and 8. So for this line, just select this 2 endpoint and place your cursor on the left hand side or right hand side, so that vertical height will come. So this, we have the dimension, it is 40, that means it is going to be 20. Then we have to make the other shapes. So now you can just make the other shape how you need it. So after this, you can make it straight. Instead of creating this, we are just making the object over here and we are going to connect it in this way. So maybe after this we can use just offset over here. As you can notice, it is 4 mm offset. So let us make that. So maybe before going to make this, we will make the other shapes as well. So now you can use offset with the 4 mm. So the extras what we are having, it will trim it out. So now you give it your dimensions one by one and we will make it fully constrained. So the outer what we are having, that is 75. So 75 by 2 here. Then this distance is going to be 8. Let us mark that. Then from here to here, it is going to be 6. Then over here it's going to be 4. Same between these two as well. I think it has been taken already the same. Let us keep the radius over here. As you can notice this, we are having radius 28. Then we need to make it a little bit upward. So the shape will come like this, but no issues, we can make that in full control. So now you can notice one by one you can mention the width. So over here we are having this one, that is 146 by 2. Then the next one we are having 151 by 2. So always try to give the dimension with respect to what we are having on the drawing. Then next to that 157 by 2. Then the last one we are having 162. So here it taken a constraint equal. So maybe we will delete that equal constraint, then you can make that. Fine. So then we are having this offset, that is fine. So there has to be an height for all. So let us consider that and we will make it fully constrained. So over here it's going to be 4 mm depth and from bottom to the top 71 mm height. Then this 15 mm, those things we will deal later. This distance is 8. That means this is going to be 8. After that it has to come a straight line over here and then we need to merge it together. So we tell equal constraint, then you can click on coincident, select this 2 endpoint, automatically get connected. Now all the objects, whatever we needed, it has been created over here. There are some surface roughness has been given, but those things we cannot create in a 3D model. When we are doing the drafting only, we will mention the surface roughness, these places and all. So that we will deal later. Now you can click OK. So now simply click on Revolve, but the axis we have to mention here, like this we need to do it. So select that axis, then click OK. So let me turn on shading with edges. So now object, the main one we needed, it has been created now. So next, as you can notice, this we need to make it. For that, from the top there is a plane we need to make it like 15 mm downward. Let us select the top face and give the transition of 15. So it is coming upward. So let us change the direction to negative. So automatically it will come downward. Then you can choose that particular plane for your sketch. What we are going to make is we are going to make this shape and then we are going to do extrusion. Then we are going to do pattern. For creating that, maybe you can use this PCD. As you can notice, it's lying there, 194. Then the object center, it is there. So maybe let us create it over here, or on the axis, it will be easier. Then it has to connect straight to the lines. I think it is taking tangency, and along with it, it has to come vertical. Let us keep that, and here it has to come tangential. So now you can mention your radius and other thing. So as you can notice, the outer one, it is radius 10. So for creating that, let us trim this. Then you can give your dimension. This is going to be radius 10. The inner one, as you can notice, this is diameter 7. Select the circle, then you will have diameter option. So choose it and then mention the diameter. So as I told, we are having this PCD available. So maybe for that, we need to mention the dimension exactly up to this end. So what we will do, when you are creating, mostly it won't come. There is no end point. For that, let me create a point exactly here. Then I can use that endpoint for giving my dimension. So this is 194 by 2. So the shape, it has been taken now. But as you can see, it has to come up to this face, basically it has to touch this, then the extrusion has to come upward like that. So for that we need to do projection, or you have this project option. So select that, and then you have to bring it inward. So delete this coincident constraint here as well, and then it has to come up to maybe this curve. So click on project and project this curve, and then use coincident constraint to make the constraint there. So once it is done, we need only the portion here, the extras whatever we are having, that we can remove it. So now you can notice the object is fully closed now. Now you can click OK. Now you can click on extrusion. As you can see, the height of this is 7 mm. So let us keep it 7. It is coming. We need to make sure the object is connecting properly. Maybe here sometimes you can keep it to reference. Maybe here we cannot do that because we have the distance in place. So let us mention the distance, and then we will click OK. The object has been done now. So before going to pattern, maybe we will do other cutouts, and then the stiffener, the rib thing over here, because as you can see everything is 4. So instead of doing all individual separate pattern, we will create pattern for all at a time. So now we will make this cutout. On this face it is coming. So here why it is not showing means because the section view over here, in this there is no cut, it is coming in little bit inclined manner. If you see it in isometric or 3D model, you can see the cut is there. So you can select the bottom or you can select the top face, then you can click on sketch option. So sometimes when we are creating, you can directly create it. Maybe you can use this option, clip model, so that it will remove the upper model whatever we are having up to the plane only. It will be visible, the upper whatever it is there, it will get removed, so that easily you can create your sketches. So it's not coming exactly on the origin, or it is not coming on the axis. So let us create it at an angle, and then we will create a axis line for it, center purpose. Then you can use this for PCT. So for that, just click on the circle, then click on this construction option, so that it will get converted into reference. So now give the PCT. As you can notice, 64 is the PCT, so that means 32 is the radius, so that is fine. Then this circle, as you can notice, it is M7, they have marked. So that means M7 means we cannot do it with normal extrude cut option, so we have to go to hole. So turn on hole, and then it's a standard one. Mention that it's going to be a straight hole, and clearance hole. Basically there is no thread, anything they have given, it's a clearance hole. So we can mention this as M7. So you can type the pitch value as anything, you can choose it. So the depth is going to be full if it is a clearance hole that we are aware of. Then we have to go for diametrical, because they have given 64 and they have given an angle also. So choose diametrical. So first select the placement as this face, then references, what you need is you need an axis, then hold control and then select a plane for it. So then maybe if you see it from a top view, you can see it is taking a diameter of 67, but we need it at 64. We have given that, and angle with respect to that plane we need it at 45 degree. As you can notice, it is where the hole is going to come. So we have mentioned that, and 7.4, it's a clearance hole, it will consider that only. So then you can click OK. So it has been created on this location what we are having. So let us just check this dimensions over here. 75, that is 7.5 is fine. Maybe the hole you will check it again. 64 and the angle of 45 degree. So this is well and good. You can click OK now. So the hole has been done now. So next step is we need to make this a rib. So for doing that, maybe you can go to a plane where you have this, maybe two planes are available. You can choose any one plane and then you can go to sketch option. So here when we are using rip, so we are aware of just you need to make the inclined line like this. So we have all the dimensions for it. There is a height, there is a width, everything is available. So we have to mention dimensions here. So from this to here, as you can see, it is 87 by 2. Then there is a height for it. Let us make that here. And then the constraint has been taken coincident with respect to this two edges. Then click OK. Then you have this rip option, profile rip. So select that and the direction has to be flipped inside. So it has been taken and the thickness is 5 mm and it is going to be equally divided. So that is the option we are having here. Then you can click OK now. So now we have all. So what we need to do is we just need to make a pattern of it. So click on extrude, hole, and then profile rip, select all, then come for geometry pattern. When you do this, you have to do it with respect to axis. So you have the axis available. So total 4 and with respect to 90 degree. So then you can click OK. So automatically all the objects, whatever we need, it has been created and the pattern is also done. So like this way you can create this complete model by using these simple steps what we have followed. If you have any doubts, you can comment below. We will see in next video. Thank you.